Good day, my fellow tubers. Today we're going to do a little project in the bed of the truck here. We're going to start making storage compartments, if you will. What I want to work on making is something to hold at least one bucket and, if I can, 3 jugs at the most. Because what I want to be able to do is store stuff like those jugs, a bucket, and maybe throw my rope and jumper cables in there, just so that, you know, stuff isn't flopping around and it's easy to access. It's right at the end of the bed. So I got one 2x4. I'm just gonna make the one as not a temporary, but just to see how it works, and I might make another one for the other side where I can put other stuff there. I may do something different here, like maybe a cupboard, and then I want to have a spot where I can put a little propane Coleman stove type deal on there, because because I can. As you can see, I do have a couple leaks. They're coming from the corners of the canopy here. I'm going to actually pull this stuff out and double up the seals and double up the corners and use some silicone if we have to. So it'll take care of the leaks here. But I want to get this all sealed up, and eventually it'll be all moisture barriered and insulated. I have a lot of insulation we can put up in here, and it'll make it really nice. And then lastly, I'll probably get some curtains going on up in here. So got the chop saw ready. We got a couple of different drills to go through. I bought this from my dad for Christmas. I got this for like 180 bucks. It comes with this, 2 batteries for both drills, and obviously that's not gonna come on, but yeah, these things are nice. And then I bought this after the fact. These are the best robots I've ever purchased so far from a box store. I'm thinking I probably won't need that a whole lot, but we're going to use it anyways because I'm going to pre-drill these 2x4s. I got some self-tapping screws here that'll secure. It's going to secure the baseboards to the bed. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to do a section here, or just do it right here, and then it'll be lined up right here. So come along here, and then we'll just do a baseboard to run the length there, and it's going to come up and attach there somewhere. So we may have to go get some more hardware, but we'll see. So anyways, I'm going to get started. Alright, so I got the base of it made, as you can see from my little time lapse there. So what I'm going for is it's enough for a bucket and a few jugs. But what I'm actually going to be using it for is either putting the rope. I just want to be able to put stuff in it. And we're going to enclose this, and we got some sheets of wood that we're going to cut down, and we're going to screw them all in, and that way it'll have a nice little box. So I can put the rope, the jumper cables in there. We can hang stuff off of it. We can add to it without messing up the bed a whole lot. So, and then I'm gonna make a thing where I can strap buckets on the outside. That's what I've decided to do. And I'm only doing that because the buckets I use I pour my oil into them and I dispose of them through using that. So I got a 5/16 for this. We'll find out. Nice. That's good. She's gonna let this stuff get weathered a little bit, and then I'll come back. I'm gonna pull it out and we're gonna stain it all and then clear coat it. But that's not going nowhere. I like that. Stuff can still leak through and drain, so I'm not blocking anything and letting it get rotted. I like that. I think 4 bolts is good enough. I mean, that's not going anywhere. I don't think there's any need to anything there. So yeah, I like that. Cool. I'm gonna take a break here and update you when I do some more. Actually, I'm gonna break up the table saw, and we're gonna do some more. Okay, I wanted to try something we got. Oh yeah, it fits in there perfectly. We can fit 4 jugs. So I can fit 4 jugs in there, or I can go. I'm gonna fit one more in there. You can fit 5 jugs? No, 1, 2. No, I can fit 6 jugs in there, and we're gonna have wood on the outside, so more. We can put more in here. I like that. Yeah, that's awesome. And then we'll put hooks in here so we can put bungee cords, and I'm gonna be able to strap the buckets down with bungee cords. All right. Well, I'm gonna figure some more out. We'll go break the table saw in a moment. All right, we broke out the old table saw. God, we've had this since like almost 10 years now. It's amazing. So I'm going for 22.5 on the main section. So we're gonna go from to our blade and make sure we're about 22.5. Right now I think we're close enough. We'll be a tiny bit over if anything. So I don't need to cut that size anymore. I think 14 inches is a good height. We'll start with 16 and see how we are. I don't want it to be too tall. We were trying to reach into it. 16. I do want to trim the tops off of these things. So let's trim this one. So you're going to be a flat edge here. I'm cutting off the jagged crap here. And 16. How's the green on this? That should be enough for what we want. I want the grain pointing up. I love that Diablo saw blade. I've barely used it. It's like brand new. Okay, that's a lot better. I'm having it come down here towards the bed. I might... You know, I'm almost thinking we should go a little bit lower. Like, the height of one of these jugs here. Let's do that, because I think it's a little too tall what I got it set to now. I'm going to go about 2 inches above 13.5. Huh. If we cut it down here. So I'm just like, I could fit a lot of stuff in there if I leave it at that height. You know, I think I will just do that. Yeah, we're cutting up the nasties. Okay, yeah, much better on the height. So this was, yeah, that was our thing. Okay, that's a lot better. I can handle that. Okay, 16 inches is good. Yeah, okay. So we need 2 13s. So that would be 26 inches? Is that right? Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a 13-inch piece, and then the other end is just gonna be an inch shorter. I think that's what we'll do. Let's go cut it. So what I should have done is, because I got these pieces on the outside and I made it 13 inches, the same length as the base here, I should have actually made this one longer, which would have taken material from our main material. Anyway, so what that leaves is that there's a corner missing. So that gives me a chance to put some trim or whatnot in there, super glue it in. So, you know, then we'll end up making it more decorative. But I got this little lip here. I ended up cutting the other board a little bit shorter, so that'll be somewhat flush with this guy here. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, check my measurement, check the fitment of my stuff here, and then what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is do some pre-drilling and start screwing these in. See if I can get kind of comfortable here. So this guy's up here resting up on this lip here. And then this guy is going to be something to that effect. Yeah, I got that about the same height. I'm okay with that. And I can put stuff in there. Almost would be nice to put this on a hinge. Or make this shorter. If I made this shorter... I'm going to come back to this piece here in a moment. I might make him shorter. This guy here... Wow, I have that perfectly flush. Let's pre-drill. Asshole. Get in there. And then this guy here, I think this guy's good to go. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Later I could always come through and trim it, but I'll just leave it as is for right now. And we're not flush up against the frame. That's okay. This whole truck, you know, flexes, so we don't really need all this stuff binding up and flexing and cracking and tearing. So we're just gonna leave it kind of as it is right now. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I've got these blocks. That's pretty dangerous, don't do that. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to wear ear protection. Just go in, please. That could potentially be dangerous. Be careful if you ever do what I just did. Yeah, that'll do. And then later, I can just unbolt this from the thing. We can sand it all down. I might even get my router and we'll route the edges off. So as long as we don't hit any of these nails, we'll just do a light rounding. Do the inside so it's all rounded out and not so sharp, so it's not like a Chevy. Pardon me. How many did we do? We did 4. We'll do 3 on this end. I can only get 2 on that side. You know, the best part is that I don't have any nails that are sticking out. No screws went that way. I think I see just a tiny bit of flex in the middle, but I don't know if we really need to go too crazy boxing it up. Still can't believe I made my own 45-degree cuts. That was so sweet. So sweet. So, if I did make a brace, I don't want to take up too much room though. I want to be able to, you know, put stuff in. I think we might be good. I think we might be good. That's cool. So, this thing's tilted back, so this is not right for me, but when I know when it sits up, God, I can't wait to get this thing 4-wheel drive and lifted, because this will be up higher and I won't have to mess with the lift gate. But I can come in here and I'm just like, so yeah, you know, it ain't perfect, but I think it's functional. That's what I was caring about, and I still have room in here to put a bed. I want to be able to put a small bed in here, and this bed length is perfect for me to sleep in or lay down in, and have enough room where my feet aren't even close to touching the tailgate. So I think what we'll do is maybe I'd have to get another 2x4. I get another 2x4. We can make another base, and then I actually have more of this I just found behind. It was right next to the sheet that I took. We can make another thing for the other side. Eventually what I'd like to make down there on that end is a set of cabinets. And then that way I can put stuff in locking cabinets in. And then I can put stuff in there. I can put tools or whatever, oil, spare parts. And then all in the back there, I've got this HVAC box from a Ford Econoline. This whole guy here, he's going to go back there. And that's going to be my rear defroster. I'm debating if I want to use that whole vent thing. I might just put the box in there and route my own tubing to where I need it on the windows. That way it's not too much of a barnacle in there. But that's something that I want to work on. But I'm thinking a hook right here. Let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm thinking a 2x4 back here, and then maybe like a handle or something really nice to grab onto. Screw it into here. It screws into the 2x4, so it's solid. Same thing on the other side, and then that way you can have the strap come around, and then just lock those down, and they won't move around. And then we can take our fluids here, and we can just throw this back here. And then now I can take this is like it tangled up nice. I should almost make like a pocket where my jumper cable. I think my jumper cables will go in something or separate, so when I need them, I'm not like pissed off. So I got rope. And let's see. Bungee cords. What else do we got? I thought I had more bungee cords. The jumper cables actually can go right in this other spot, away from the cable, away from the rope. This is absolutely beautiful. And we got bungee cords and rope. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm real happy about this. As the year progresses, we're going to be collecting 4x4 parts for this. I am actually doing a straight axle. I was going to kind of keep that a secret, but I'm I'm just gonna come out and say, no, I'm gonna do a solid axle, and that's because I want to go to a little bit higher lift, and I want to run 33s. I'm not doing 35s, 37s, none of that. That's I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm gonna do 33s on a 15-inch wheel. The 33s are only $10 more than the tires I got on now, which are 31s. So we're gonna be lifted up a little bit higher. We're gonna have a straight axle, Dana 44, and we'll be set for. Pretty much anything that I'll come across. It should be able to get us out. I already got an LSD in the back here. I have an LSD in the front, and we're gonna be rocking and rolling. We're all gonna just keep it half-ton axles, blah blah blah. I don't want the heavy-duty stuff. I don't need it for my application, and I don't really want to deal with hauling a 10.25 or 10 and a half. It's too much. My back's hurting already just thinking of it. So we'll keep this baby a half-ton, but I guess we're turning into a medium duty. Anyways, enough blabbering. I'll come back to this later. Probably off camera. There's no real sense of making that. That can just be part of an update video. I'll come back and make a strap holder so that these will just stay secure. And we can add all kinds of stuff to this. We do whatever the hell we want. So I'm gonna slowly turn this thing into a sort of a not quite an RV and not quite an overland vehicle. Maybe kind of a half and half of the two, but I'm trying to kind of keep it a daily driver / a road trip vehicle / go through the woods and get some get firewood and be able to get out if it gets wet or muddy or whatever. Just kind of making it all around multi-purpose vehicle. And with the 4-cylinder Cummins I got in, I get like 20 miles to the gallon in the winter in the city, and 30 on the highway, and I think it'll be even more than 30 when I get the 5-speed. I'm just gonna build this one how I want to. That's just how I have it in my head. It's set. I know what I want. So that's a little update on the pick 'em up truck, and this is gonna lead into all the other stuff that I'm gonna be doing to this truck. That's why I'm mentioning it now. We're gonna balls to the wall on this thing, and hopefully in doing all this we'll get more viewers and the channel will continue to grow and be more profitable, and that will just fund more and more of my projects, and it'll keep everybody entertained. And I think this is going to be a fun year, at least I hope. So you guys keep watching and subscribe, tell your friends about me. Hey, I'm funny, and I'm a cool guy. You guys all know that, right? So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.